Liam adjusted his uniform nervously as he looked around the grand hall of the Interstellar Union. Thousands of delegates and explorers were gathered from across the galaxy. The walls shimmered with energy panels that projected the faces of different species, each waiting for the ceremony to begin. It was the day every human had been matched with an alien companion, a partner to share knowledge, skills, and friendship across worlds. Liam had always imagined that his partner would be calm, polite, and easy to understand, like the other humans' companions he had seen during training. But as the Union officials began calling names, his stomach tightened. When his name was announced, he stepped forward with cautious excitement, expecting a serene alien to greet him. Instead, a figure appeared that made the room go silent for a moment. Kayla was nothing like the other companions. Her skin shimmered with a faint green hue, and her eyes were golden with sharp, intelligent glints. Her hair was wild, tangled in braids that suggested she had just come from the jungle. She didn't walk gracefully like the others. She landed lightly on her feet as if ready to leap at any moment. Liam blinked. Hello?" he stammered. Kayla tilted her head and studied him with curiosity. "Finally," she said, her voice low and firm. "The human I am supposed to tolerate." A ripple of laughter passed through the audience, but Liam felt his face grow warm. This was not the graceful introduction he had expected. The Union officials coughed politely, trying to restore order. "Liam and Kayla," an official announced, "you are now officially paired. Please proceed to the preparation chambers for orientation." Kayla didn't respond to the official. Instead, she crouched slightly, testing her balance, and then sprinted ahead, weaving through the crowd with the ease of a predator. Liam hurried after her, nearly tripping over his own feet. Other humans whispered behind him, pointing out that Kayla's behavior was unusual. As they entered the preparation chambers, Liam finally spoke. "So, Kayla, right? I'm Liam. Nice to meet you." Kayla glanced at him. "You are human," she said simply. "I thought humans would be boring." "You are not boring." "That is good," Liam blinked. "Not boring?" he asked, unsure if it was a compliment. Kayla smiled faintly. "I do not compliment easily." "Do not get used to it." Despite her bluntness, Liam felt a spark of curiosity. There was something fascinating about her confidence, the way she moved, the sharp awareness in her eyes. He could sense that she was capable of extraordinary things no human could do. The next days were a whirlwind of training and introductions. Liam learned that Kayla came from Zirin, a planet famous for its dangerous jungles and resilient wildlife. Her people were trained from childhood to survive in harsh environments, and it showed. She climbed walls, leapt across obstacles, and wrestled robotic training creatures with unmatched agility. Liam, on the other hand, was used to strategy games and controlled environments. His body was fit but not extraordinary, and he struggled to keep up with Kayla's relentless energy. During a sparring session, Kayla moved so quickly that Liam barely dodged her strikes. "Focus," she barked. "Your mind is slow. Move faster." "I'm trying," Liam stammered, panting. Kayla's eyes narrowed, but she didn't strike again. Instead, she nodded once. "You have potential, but you need courage. You are too afraid of failing." Afraid? Liam thought. He had faced difficult situations before, but nothing like this. This wasn't just physical. It was the unpredictability of Kayla herself, the wild instincts, the sudden movements, the sharp observations that made him feel both intimidated and intrigued. The other humans in the training hall whispered about him constantly. "Did you see Liam's partner? That alien is dangerous." "She's going to get him killed," another replied. Liam tried to ignore them, but Kayla seemed to notice. One evening, as they walked back to their quarters, she spoke. "Do not care what they think," she said. "They are weak. They will never understand strength. Do not be like them." Liam nodded slowly. I want to learn from you," he said. Kayla's lips curved into a faint smile. "Then listen carefully. Survival is not just strength. It is observation. It is speed. It is courage. If you cannot master these, you will fail." Just as Liam was beginning to adjust to her words, a sudden alarm echoed through the Union's halls. A rogue faction from a neighboring planet had launched a minor attack, attempting to disrupt the pairing ceremony. Panic spread, but Kayla reacted instantly. She grabbed Liam's arm, pulling him to cover behind a large energy pillar. "Stay close," she shouted, her golden eyes scanning for threats. Liam's heart raced. What What are we supposed to do? Kayla's voice was calm but firm. Watch me. Follow exactly. Do not hesitate. In the next moments, Kayla moved like a shadow, intercepting intruders and disarming security drones with incredible speed. Liam followed as best he could, using his knowledge of strategy to anticipate the attacker's movements. Despite his fear, he realized that Kayla's instincts were almost superhuman, and she trusted him enough to let him act alongside her. When the attack ended, the hall was in chaos, but the intruders had been driven back. Liam looked at Kayla, who was standing calmly, brushing off dust from her shoulders. You survived, she said. Not all humans would. You might be better than I expected. Liam smiled, still panting. I couldn't have done it without you. Kayla's golden eyes softened just a little. Perhaps we are not so mismatched after all, she said. For the first time, Liam felt a spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, this wild alien woman was not a burden. Maybe she was the partner he had been meant to have all along. As night fell over the Union, Liam lay awake in his quarters thinking about Kayla. She was unpredictable, fierce and untamed, but she was also loyal, smart and courageous. He realized that surviving with her wouldn't be easy, but it would be worth it. The galaxy was vast and full of danger, and he had just discovered that sometimes the best partner is the one who challenges you the most. And in Kayla's wild eyes, Liam saw a reflection of something exciting, something that promised adventure, danger, and a bond unlike anything he had imagined. The sun rose over the jagged peaks of Zirin, casting long shadows over the dense jungle below. Liam tightened the straps of his gear as he glanced at Kayla. She was already moving, her steps light, almost silent, through the thick undergrowth. Her eyes scanned every branch, every leaf, as if the forest itself whispered secrets only she could understand. Stay close, Kayla said without looking back. This jungle will eat the careless. Liam hurried to keep up, his boots sinking slightly into the mossy ground. He had trained for missions before, but nothing could have prepared him for Zirin's wild terrain. The trees towered above them, twisted vines snaking along every trunk. Strange calls echoed through the canopy. Birds, beasts, and creatures Liam couldn't identify. I've never seen a jungle like this, he admitted, wiping sweat from his forehead. Kayla shot him a glance. Then watch. Learn. You will survive only if you understand it, not fear it. They had been sent to retrieve an ancient energy crystal, hidden deep within Zirin's heart. The crystal was said to hold immense power, and rival factions from neighboring systems had tried to steal it before. The Interstellar Union wanted Liam and Kayla to secure it, testing their compatibility as a team. At first, Liam struggled. Every step felt dangerous. Twisting roots threatened to trip him, while giant ferns blocked his view of the path ahead. He stumbled more than once, nearly falling into hidden pits. Kayla, meanwhile, leapt effortlessly from rock to rock, swinging over small streams and sliding down slopes with perfect balance. You're too stiff, she said, crouching on a branch above him. Relax your body. Move with the land, not against it. Liam tried to mimic her movements, focusing on flow rather than speed. Slowly, he began to move more naturally, following her guidance. When a giant horned creature emerged from the undergrowth, Kayla reacted instantly. She darted forward, pushing Liam behind a large tree. The creature sniffed the air, then roared and charged. Kayla rolled to the side, grabbed a thick vine, and swung herself to a higher branch. Climb, she shouted. Liam's heart pounded, but he followed her instructions. The creature lunged and crashed into the tree trunk below, shaking the ground. Liam looked down and saw the power in Kayla's movements, the way she used the environment as both weapon and shield. It was unlike anything he had ever witnessed. After the danger passed, Kayla landed gracefully beside him. You see, she said, strength alone does not save you. Awareness does. Anticipation does. As they moved deeper into the jungle, Liam began to notice Kayla's softer side. She hummed quietly to herself while examining plants, pointing out which were edible or had medicinal properties. She laughed lightly when Liam accidentally stepped on a snapping root that caught his boot. You are hopeless, she said, smiling, but you are learning. By midday, they reached a clearing where the sunlight spilled onto a crystal-clear stream. Liam collapsed beside it, exhausted. Kayla crouched on a rock nearby, scanning the forest with her golden eyes. You need to rest, she said after a while, but do not let your guard down. Predators do not sleep. Liam nodded, sipping the cool water. I never thought survival could be so exhausting, he admitted. Kayla's smile widened. Exhaustion sharpens the mind. You will understand this soon. Their journey resumed in the afternoon, and the challenges grew harder. They crossed a rickety rope bridge over a deep ravine. Liam's legs shook as the rope swayed. Kayla moved first, testing the planks with her feet before leaping lightly across. "Do not fear the fall," she said. "Fear hesitation." Liam focused on every step, trusting her lead. With careful balance and controlled breathing, he made it safely across. A small surge of pride filled him. Kayla noticed it too. "You improve," she said simply. "I expected nothing. You surprise me." Finally, as the sun dipped low, they reached the entrance to an ancient cave hidden behind a waterfall. The crystal they sought lay inside, but it was guarded by complex mechanisms and traps designed to deter intruders. Liam studied the patterns of pressure plates and swinging blades, recalling his strategy training. Kayla observed silently, then whispered, "I will handle the physical. You handle the mind." They moved together, a perfect blend of instinct and intellect. Kayla dodged and leapt with precision, disabling mechanical traps with ease. Liam analyzed patterns, predicting dangers before they could strike. Step by step, they reached the heart of the cave, where the energy crystal glowed faintly, suspended above a pedestal. "Almost there," Liam said, heart racing. Kayla nodded. "Do not be careless. The crystal is fragile but powerful. One wrong move can ruin everything." As Liam reached for the crystal, alarms blared. Rival agents had followed them, intent on stealing it. Kayla's eyes narrowed. "Stay behind me," she ordered. A tense battle erupted. Kayla moved like lightning, striking with precise force while Liam used quick thinking to redirect traps and block paths. Together they formed a seamless team, each covering the other's weaknesses. When the intruders finally fled, defeated, Liam held the crystal carefully. "We did it?" he said, astonished at their combined success. Kayla nodded, her expression serious. "Yes, and now you see why I am wild. Predictability is weakness. Adaptation is strength. You survived because you learned to trust me, and yourself." For the first time, Liam truly understood the value of Kayla's wild nature. She was not reckless. She was prepared for anything. And through their journey, he had grown stronger, braver, and more confident. As they emerged from the jungle, the sky painted in the colors of sunset, Liam looked at Kayla with admiration. "Thank you," he said. I think I'm starting to understand you." Kayla's golden eyes softened. "Then perhaps we are more than just partners. Perhaps we are equals." Liam smiled, feeling a sense of pride and excitement. Their adventure had only just begun, and he knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, together they could face anything. The jungle behind them was wild and dangerous, but it had also forged a bond stronger than either could have imagined, and as night fell over Zirin, Liam realized that this wild alien woman, so different from anyone he had ever known, might just be the perfect companion for him after all. The following morning, Liam and Kayla returned to the Interstellar Union headquarters with the energy crystal carefully secured. Their arrival caused whispers to ripple through the crowd. Most humans had paired with calm, orderly companions. But Liam's wild partner had not only survived Zirin's jungle, but had also protected him and helped secure a dangerous artifact. Union officials stepped forward to inspect the crystal. "Remarkable," one said, examining its faintly glowing surface. "No other pair has returned from Zirin with the crystal intact. You have exceeded all expectations." Kayla remained silent, standing tall and alert. Liam noticed the faint smile tugging at the corner of her lips. "We did our best," he said, feeling pride in both of them. After the initial recognition, the officials announced a celebratory ceremony to honor the pairs that had succeeded in their missions. Liam and Kayla attended, walking together through the grand hall. Other humans whispered and stared, some in awe, others in envy. Kayla ignored them, her focus on Liam. He realized that over the past few days, he had stopped worrying about what others thought. During the ceremony, a crisis alert suddenly flashed across the Union's main screen. A massive asteroid, larger than any seen before, was on a collision course with Virelia. Panic spread through the crowd. The Union had teams of scientists and engineers working on a solution, but time was short. Kayla turned to Liam, her expression serious. "This is our next test," she said. "Not just survival, but leadership." Liam swallowed hard. He had never led a mission of this scale before, What can we do? He asked. Kayla's eyes glinted. We combine your mind and my skill. Follow my lead and we save lives. They immediately set to work. Liam coordinated evacuation plans, drawing maps and delegating teams to move civilians to safe zones. He used every bit of strategic training he had, anticipating potential hazards and bottlenecks. Meanwhile, Kayla led rescue teams through dangerous terrain, carrying injured individuals and guiding spacecrafts to launch safely. Her strength, agility, and quick thinking allowed her to navigate obstacles that would have blocked others. As the asteroid grew closer, Liam realized the scale of what they were facing. Entire city sectors were in danger and seconds counted. He relied on Kayla's judgment, directing her to the areas where her abilities would make the greatest difference. Kayla, in turn, trusted his plans and executed them without hesitation. Hours passed in a blur of urgency and action. Liam's mind raced as he monitored multiple teams, adjusting strategies on the fly. Kayla moved from group to group, her presence both reassuring and commanding. Together they formed an unspoken bond of trust and efficiency. At one point, a collapsing bridge threatened to trap dozens of civilians. Kayla leapt forward without hesitation, stabilizing the structure just long enough for the group to cross. Liam watched in awe, shouting instructions to ensure the evacuation continued smoothly. The combination of her courage and his planning saved countless lives. When the final group reached safety, the asteroid's trajectory had been slightly altered by the Union's defense systems. Liam and Kayla stood together, watching it pass safely by the planet. Relief washed over both of them. The people they had saved cheered, and the Union officials approached once again, this time with genuine admiration. You two, an official said, have shown the galaxy what true partnership looks like. Your combined skills, courage, and trust are extraordinary. Kayla turned to Liam, her golden eyes meeting his. I told you. We are equals. You think, you plan, you care. Without you, this would have failed. Liam smiled, feeling a warmth he had not known before. And without you, I would have never been brave enough to act. The rest of the ceremony was filled with praise and recognition, but Liam noticed something else. He and Kayla had become an example. Other humans and aliens began looking at their partnerships differently. It was no longer about conformity or appearances. Strength, courage, intelligence, and trust mattered more than anyone had realized. That evening, after the ceremonies and celebrations, Liam and Kayla walked through the quiet gardens of the Union headquarters. The sky was filled with unfamiliar constellations, and the gentle hum of the city surrounded them. Liam turned to Kayla. I used to think having a partner meant finding someone predictable and safe, he admitted. Now, I think it means finding someone who challenges you, teaches you, and trusts you completely. Kayla tilted her head, a small smile on her lips. You have learned well, human. Not many do, Liam laughed softly. And you are nothing like anyone I expected. But I think I'm glad you're wild. It makes every day alive. Kayla's smile widened, her golden eyes gleaming. Then perhaps we are exactly what the galaxy needed, a human and a wild one together. As they walked, Liam noticed that he no longer feared the unpredictability of his companion. Instead, he felt excitement. With Kayla by his side, every mission, every challenge, and every day was an adventure. He had discovered that true strength was not in being like everyone else, but in embracing differences and learning from them. The story of Liam and Kayla spread throughout the galaxy. Humans and aliens alike began to reconsider what it meant to be paired with a companion. Some sought partners who challenged them. Others admired the courage it took to trust someone so different. And through it all, Liam and Kayla remained true to each other, an unlikely pair, but one that had proven time and again that their differences were their greatest strength. In the quiet moments, away from missions and ceremonies, Liam and Kayla would sit together, watching stars, sharing stories, and planning future adventures. The wildness that had seemed so daunting at first had become a source of inspiration and joy. Liam had learned to move with the unpredictability, to trust instincts, and to embrace courage. Kayla had learned to respect strategy, patience, and the quiet strength of thought. Together, they were unstoppable. And so, in a galaxy full of ordinary pairings, the human and the wild alien woman became legendary. Not because they followed rules, but because they dared to trust each other completely. The adventure was only beginning, but Liam knew one thing for certain. With Kayla by his side, He was ready for whatever the galaxy could throw at them.